Hello YouTube, it's Lang here with Hobbies of Man once again, and today we are doing another first impression reviews for a manga, and today we're going to be looking at Sweetness and Lightning Volume 1. Now, I thought this was a shoujo or a josei. It's neither, it's actually a seinen, but oh well, it kind of has elements that I think are pretty meaningful that still kind of fit the theme of February, so we'll go with it, right? And the author here is Guido Amagakure, which is a cool name, I like that. And the publisher here is Kadensha, as you guys can see right there. And the demographic here, like I said, is seinen. And the genres here are cooking. I thought it was a rom-com, so that's even worse. And iyashikei, which is actually a genre of Japanese manga that kind of basically refers to like spiritual healing, as in the sense that like you read this and you're gonna feel better, or you're gonna like be able to process things. And I think it's actually really, really good. The only other iyashikei that I can think of that I know and that have read is Old Man and His Cat. And the vibes aren't really all that similar, but it does have that kind of like, this is just a story to kind of connect with yourself and with the characters in the story, and just kind of work through some stuff that you've got going on, right? I actually think it's really, really good. This does have an adaptation. I think it has a anime, and it might have a live action show. I'm not exactly sure, but it definitely has an anime. And the premise here is basically that there's this guy who's a teacher, and he has a daughter, and his wife passed away 6 months ago, and he's having a difficult time figuring out what to do with this, like with himself and with his daughter, because they're basically eating convenience store food every day. And he hadn't really paid attention to it, but his daughter wants to eat yummy food that is made at home, and she also wants to spend time with her dad, and he hasn't really been able to pay attention to that because he's just been so busy trying to make sure everything still works, right? And then they meet this girl who happens to be one of his students, and they all get together and start cooking with each other. And it's just really, really cute and very wholesome. However, I feel that there wasn't really anything connecting me to any of these characters specifically. Like there was moments where I was like, man, I feel that makes me, want to cry, because I understand this kind of feeling, right? Like even now, I'm just thinking about stuff in the manga, and I'm just like slowly getting that kind of like itching in my nose, wanting to kind of, shed a tear, right? And it's because I find that cooking and spending time with your family is super meaningful and super important. All of the best memories that I have of my family, are around the kitchen table, or around the kitchen, or around the dinner table, and just having conversations and having fun, right? And just enjoying time with each other. And I think it's really meaningful and really important. But at the end of the first volume, I didn't feel that I needed to pick up another one. I felt very satisfied with what was going on. And I think that that's because there's no larger conflict, right? There's no reason to be gripped by the story. And I think that's part of the genre itself. It wouldn't make sense for a healing manga to have negative tension in it to cause, this desire to continue reading. However, the positive feelings in it didn't really cause enough of a reaction in me to kind of want to pick up more. However, I don't want to get rid of this, so I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Like, on one hand, I loved it, and it made me, really appreciate all of the stuff that I already appreciate even more. And seeing the little girl be so happy that, she was eating yummy food, and her dad wanting to try so hard to, make her food that she would like, was really meaningful. And it just, it like definitely gets me in the feels, right? It's like watching like The Mandalorian when him and Grogu interact, and you get that same kind of like, I'm not gonna cry, but goddamn, this is so like meaningful and cute kind of feeling. I got that a lot during this, but I finished the book, and like I said, I didn't really feel that I needed to go further. Now, I can think of two reasons why this is. One, I don't really identify with either of the adult characters. I don't have a child, and I don't have a wife or a girlfriend, and I haven't lost anyone that I loved in that way, right? Anyone that I loved romantically. So there's nothing about that character that I really can hook onto. And in terms of the younger female character, she's around, the age range that I can be connected to pretty easily. However, the struggles that she goes through are not struggles that I've had to deal with myself, right? The fact that her parents are so busy that they can't interact with her are not things that have happened to me. I was lucky enough to have parents that tried very much to connect with me as often as possible. They still do, and I really find it meaningful, and I'm thankful for it. But it does leave me without any reason to connect with any of these characters. Any what's it called? Any way to put myself in their shoes, right? Like, I understand their struggles and I empathize with them, but I don't feel invested in their struggle, if that makes sense. So for this kind of genre, I think that's important, and it just didn't work for me because I wasn't, in either of their positions. However, I think that it's really meaningful and really cute, and I'm definitely going to keep it. If I find the second volume somewhere for a pretty good price, I'll buy it. But I don't think that it's a priority for me anytime soon. Maybe not even in the next 2 years. But this is a book I'll definitely come back to every once in a while and read it because it's just so cute. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. So see you guys later.